absolutely beautiful, beautiful and green, and just lush and nice, super nice. And what a nice day. I've had some shitty weather, but this is a lot better now. There's been quite a few storms with the different changing of temperatures and shit. Quite vicious ones as well. There's a storm. Far now, 623 miles. I've got, what have I got left? I've got just under 2 hours, so I'll kick it on as far as we can in my 2 hours. I was going to park down by the lake, down by the river tonight. I'll see. I'm going to be struggling on time tomorrow, that's the only thing. So I've got to make sure I can get into the... I've only got 7 hours left. 7 hours of my whole cycle. Because the problem is, someone clean that screen a bit. This is probably going to make it worse. Oh well, there you go. Ish. Anyway, so yeah, as a rule, when I'm heading down to Florida, I'll unload, get down to Florida, then I'll head down to Homestead, where I usually get my first reload from, and I'll get into the what's it called, the hotel, one of the hotels I use down there, and I'll have my time off there, my couple of nights in the hotel and what have you. And then my trailer's ready, loaded, and come straight home. So that gives me plenty of time on my e-log and my tachograph to get home. But not on this occasion. I unloaded in just east of Nashville, and then my return load last Saturday, and my next load was on the Monday, rather south of Nashville, southwest of Nashville. So that's where I had my time off. Of course, with it being southwest of Nashville, that puts an extra couple of days on the start of my 70-hour e-log again, if you're keeping up. So that's eaten into it straight away. And of course, the messing about loading in 3 places down by coming back up through Florida, Oregon, Palm City, and all that eats away at my time. So I've kicked it as best I can, but I ain't going to make it home in my time. I've got, like I say, I've got 7 hours now left to drive, and it's telling me it's 10 hours and 23 to get to the yard. Which, as long as I get plan B comes into effect, because when I run out of time tomorrow, so I'll stop in 2 hours. Tomorrow I'll only have 5 hours. So if I start at 6 o'clock in the morning, I won't be able to stop again and start again until 12 o'clock at night tomorrow night. So I'll be sat there basically all day twiddling my thumbs, 3 hours from home. Now, I can tell you now, that ain't going to happen, because hopefully, I'll get into the 150 mile radius, which then, I didn't write these rules, I just used these rules to the letter. That then puts me on agricultural. So, I'm e-log exempt, because I've got flowers on. You just love it, eh? So, I can go straight home as long as I get into the 150 mile marker. You know, I didn't write the rules. Not me, no. Somebody in the offices did. So there you go. So that works for me. I'll just be able to get there, I think. So I'll go over Stevens Pass. If I go over Stevens Pass, the radius is closer for the 150 miles as the crow flies. From the farm, obviously. Or the yard. Which all makes it all happy. As you can see, this is beautiful through here. Yeah, so let me tell you, the first couple of days, 3 days, I got fully loaded on the Monday. It was late when I dropped the trailer. The Tuesday I didn't get it on until late afternoon, so I didn't get everything on until late Tuesday night. Was it Tuesday night or Wednesday night? Wednesday night, wasn't it? Now Wednesday, sorry, I was meant to get loaded, and I didn't get it on until Thursday. So it was Thursday night I left. Thursday's Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that's not bad. Four full days and half a day to get home all the way from Orlando. But it is hard work. I wouldn't want to be doing this all the time, don't get me wrong, pushing it up like this all the time. It is, because you've got to keep it tight. You can't be having too much time in the rest areas. You can only stop in a rest area. Like, I don't need to fuel up anymore, so you've got to run it, the tanks to the bare empty basically, and then fuel up. And then that way, you aren't doing as many stops. Then it's only refueling 3 times to get me home. Because refueling can cost me 40 minutes by the time I've come off the road, gone in, fueled up, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So all that's got to be taken into consideration if you want to get the miles in and you want to hit it straight home, which I do obviously, which is in my interest. You know, I've been out long enough, so by the time I get home, I'll have done 7,800 miles in 2 weeks. So that's a nice little earner, that. That's with 2 days off. So you do the maths. That's pretty good going, I think. That's how it should be. But you can't do that all the time. You know, I've had some lucky bits I got through Georgia. See, on the first day, I've got to get to the other side of Atlanta in Georgia. That's the main important thing, to punch it to the other side of Atlanta. Once I get there, I know I'm in a chance of getting home in 4 days from there. So, which I did. I managed to get through. Because Atlanta is a nightmare, I'll tell you. That can lose you. Oh man, that can lose you 3 hours trying to get across there at the wrong time. 3-4 hours if not more. It's just a shit show. It really is. The driving leads a lot to the imagination. It's some of the worst driving. It is the worst place to drive in the whole of America. There are just, it's different. There's a lot of, I've mentioned this before, there's a lot of vehicles that aren't exactly up to scratch compared to the rest of the state. Seriously, there's, it's not good, but it is what it is. It's a beautiful place, is Georgia. Once I get to the other side of Atlanta, I love it. It's nice, really, lots of lakes, lots of streams, rivers, shit, and it's lovely and green, and that's nice. Definitely worth a visit, but I can't understand for the life of me why anybody would want to go to Atlanta. If they were on holiday out here, do not do it. It's each their own, like, but not my cup of tea, I'll tell you. So I will try and get for a little swim in the lake, in the river. It looks as though it's running pretty fast at the moment. If we get further down, it slows up a bit. There's a nice little stream. Oh, come on. There's always people swimming in this one. I don't get this one. There's that, people swim in there, and that looks like a cesspit in there. That looks all shitty and horrible. Never thought I really fancied that. People taking the notice of the no parking here. Yeah, like hell. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I've got my mountain passes. Obviously, it won't be a problem with the snow. Yes, there definitely won't be any. There's still a bit right up on the high mountains and stuff like that. But it'll be. What have I got first? I've got the Lookout Pass, or 4th of July, Lookout Pass, then 4th of July, and then I'm over to, I won't be going over Snoqualmie because I'm going over Stevens, which is beautiful. Hopefully there won't be too many RVs and shit over there. I never made it to Sturgis. I was hoping to get to Sturgis, when was it, last night? Last night, but I didn't. I changed the tyre. I decided to stop at the truck stop at the Love, so I was like 36 miles just before. So I had a good crack. I covered 750 miles yesterday, so you know that's a good day. And 700 the day before, and blah blah blah, whatever. First day I can't remember. But I've been running mainly 70-75. I haven't been over 75. I run all the way across South Dakota, which the speed limit's up to 80. I just kept it 70-75 over there, and I've got my fuel now up to the whole trip, 7,100 and something, I'm up to 7.4. So that's not good, not bad rather. And by the time I get home, it should go up a little bit more. I'm expecting 7.5 by the time I get home. So that's, I'm happy with that at 75 mile an hour. You know, you can't expect to punch it home in 4.5 days basically without doing a little bit less on fuel and getting both. You ain't going to get both deals. Never going to happen. What else has happened? Yeah, tyre on. I had to change the tyre. It was scrubbing off on the side. If I hadn't changed it, I would have ended up losing the tyre that we couldn't be. It would have been no good to man the beast if I'd have run it all the way home. We wouldn't have been able to put it on the trailer. So I had two choices: take it off now, and then we've got a perfectly good trailer tyre, and put a new tyre on. Even though we do, it's a bit more spendy buying them from the Loves Truck Stop than buying them from the local guy. But we saved the tyre. That's 150 bucks for that trailer tyre right there. So, you know, it is what it is, and it's peace of mind that I wanted a new tyre on. So that's worked out there. So I'll get the other side done when I get home. I'll put it up to the yard tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully if I get there early enough, and then I can shoot straight home and I'm all ready then for the next run out. I don't have to miss a bill. I think we're going camping. It's, what is it, 26 degrees, it's nice, the temperature now. The air conditioning thing, flipping thing, I've worked out right. If I work with it, I've worked out now, if I work with it rather than trying to work against it, and I put, for example, I get the truck really cold inside, with the normal truck air conditioning, then I put my sun blinds up as well, even if it's night time or whatever, because in the morning the sun's been coming up early, obviously it's summertime. So I put all of my sun blinds up and everything like that to keep the sun out, and that also insulates the air conditioning air from getting out as well, from escaping, and it's really worked. I found that I can do that if it's down at 28, 26, something like that. I can leave it running on low all night, which won't keep the rest of the front of the cab cool, but it does keep the bed cool, because there's two vents that blow straight onto there. So it's nice, it's comfy, and that'll run for 11.5 hours there, that running. So that worked. If it's anything over 28, then it's got to be on medium. Now medium, on the medium fan, I found that, what's these guys up to? I found that it'll only run for, very fast off-roaders. Oh, that's because he's towing his buddy. Somebody didn't come home very well. Oh, that's sad. So, if it's on medium, I'll only get 8 hours maximum. I think, no, it was even less than that. I think it was 7 or something like that. 7 hours maximum out of it. So, you know, it's still ish, but there is the other problem. There's still another problem. Such as when I was unloading in Nashville, so it was hot in Nashville, I run the I run the air conditioning, which it doesn't matter to me because I run the air conditioning all night, yeah, and it takes 6 hours to charge the goddamn thing up. So running from where I've unloaded to the next day, if I wasn't staying in a hotel and had to use the air conditioning again, I wouldn't have had it fully charged, so I wouldn't have had any air conditioning for the next night. You know what I mean? So it definitely needs something sorted out, either some solar panels or something like that. As it happened, it don't matter because I stay in hotels for my time off. But anybody who isn't, and anybody who's thinking of staying in the truck for the 34 off and shit like that, this is going to be no use nor ornament to you, unless you get solar panels or you get the what is it? The plug-in that plugs in the side that keeps it charged up. But then you've got to find somewhere to plug in. You know, not every tree has a plug-in, does it? Kind of thing. If you're in the middle of nowhere. But it is what it is. Me personally, I would still go for the diesel one and pay the little bit extra. out of Montana now, to be fair. Am I or not? I've got to run along the top of it. Oh no, run along the top of it, yeah. And then I get into Wyoming, only a little bit of Wyoming, and then I'm into Washington, home state. Running really light. I've only really got half a load on it for that, so it's that's helped a lot on this trip. You know, I've been flying up and over the hills and stuff like that. Not that that would be a real problem for a Freightliner, obviously, with a Detroit in it. Getting toasty with that sun pointing straight at us. Hopefully I'll be parked up before that sun comes down too far, because that can be really annoying when you're going east to west, or you're going the other way if you're going east on in the morning. I'm only a little guy, so I don't get much shade from there. There's a nice Portaloo. I don't know why they don't have these in England in your lay-bys. Just a hole in the ground. It's better than nothing, you know what I mean? And they're regularly cleaned out and stuff like that. So that would work, but nope, you know what I mean? Just a, what do you call it? Shitter in the ground or something, I don't know. What are they? Outhouse, that's it, outhouse. So I'm gonna grab a coffee and we'll catch you all later. This'll be it, I'll be home. I won't post this till I get home, so I'll have been home a day by the time this gets on and sort it out. You all watched, you had a spillage with the bloody fridge came open, so my mayonnaise came out, but I managed to get the bat and whack it with the bat out the way and sort that.